Last year, as you know, was the worst ever in terms of cyber attack volume.
So hack, what is a hacker? You know, this is a word that gets so used, and hack is not very well understood in the media. What's the first thing when most people hear hack? What do you think? If they have an image, hacker in a hoodie?
Hoodies.
The hacker in the hoodie, right? Mr. Robot now? Now it's got a really negative connotation, so it's important to know how the words are going to impact the people you're talking to.
Congress should fund training of the professionals who are writing code. I mean, we are cranking out the same bug classes 20 years after I was a professional bug hunter. I should no longer be able to find bugs in modern technology with the techniques and the tools that I knew back then. But we haven't moved that needle.
And so believe it or not, like there are a lot of different things that you can do. The first and simplest thing is enable two-factor authentication. So that's a big win.
9 out of 10 times we'll talk to a customer and they'll say, yeah, we have two-factor authentication all over the place. Not a problem if this happened.
It doesn't make it impervious to attack. I don't know if anybody saw in the last 12 months, there's been a whole new slew of two-factor authentication attacks where, oh, I'm gonna use my phone for two-factor, but I'm just gonna reroute that phone number in midstream, and all of a sudden I can take over a two-factor authenticated account that's using mobile devices.
The companies of big enough size, you're gonna find almost every time somewhere where there's not two-factor authentication. So the big one is make sure you have it, make sure that it's everywhere.
I love this community. I love the security community because no matter what kind of protection you put in place, it's just a matter of time until somebody bypasses it. And so two-factor for a couple years in the social world meant no one will ever take control of this. Now all of a sudden that's just not the case.
Yeah, I think the biggest one here, George, obviously outside of the two-factor, is reducing port 445 outbound. A lot of people have restricted on the inbound given all the proliferation of exploits over SMB ports, but they're not necessarily thinking about outbound connections and the dangers that it presents.
So typically in Hacking Exposed style, we go out and we show you the latest and greatest hacks that happened in the last 12 months, maybe one that might be coming up, things like that. But we've never ever taken the tact of exposing how easy it is to break AI. So I really think this is sort of the future of what we talk about, either offensive AI, they sometimes call it, or adversarial AI.
We need to open the world's eyes to the impact these attacks are having so that we can rally the world to work with us to address it.